Welcome, friends, to Thursday. Today is our fourth day in the Anxiety Insight on Anxiety Facebook mini series. Today, we're focusing on an unusual aspect of anxiety that I call the heart. Now, this is going to be a real quick look into this concept of the heart. And my goal is to get you feeling inspired and informed with some new information that can help you feel better. I am a holistic life coach and I come at anxiety using all kinds of different doors, and which gives us a lot of tools to work with and feel better. If you enjoy this, please do like it. Please share with other people so that we can help everyone feel better, especially right now where a lot of us need some extra support. I'm not a doctor. I am a trained and certified coach and Ayurvedic health counselor, but this is not medical advice. And before we get started, I want to acknowledge that the land that I live on, that I work on, that I play on, that I love is Indigenous land of the Dena'ina people. All right. So the heart, anxiety from the heart. What do I mean by this concept? Well, it's like thinking about the heart and openness and connection. Connection as being a sense of belonging, of support, of being like oriented within something bigger. A good analogy for this is the difference between a little leaf that's just like floating off in the wind versus a little leaf that's in the wind but attached to a tree, right? The difference in connection there, like we can just imagine that tree provides so much more support and anchoring and belonging. So in our culture, we have a tendency, we're very individualistic. We have a tendency to isolate ourselves in a lot of ways and kind of just be in charge of our own life. Like our egos are in charge. We're responsible for making or breaking things. And oftentimes this leads us to feel very alone and can even cause us to feel alienated. That's a word that comes up, has come up for, like over 100 years in our literature as a symptom of our Western culture. And when it comes to anxiety, having that disconnection, like being that little leaf on the wind, it really can create the conditions for more anxiety. It makes us feel that it's like I talked about in the other videos, this idea of vata and movement and disconnection and being like off in outer space. That's the realm of anxiety. That's the realm of overwhelm. So it's basically built into our culture. So what do we do about this? Well, soothing anxiety or healing anxiety from this doorway of connection, you can look at it in different levels, starting with the connection you have with yourself, the relationship you have with yourself. Noticing if it is a nourishing, supportive relationship or a judgmental, negative relationship. Many of us, most of us have that little voice in our head that is constantly chattering away with judgment and negativity. And the effect of that is to promote the conditions for anxiety. So, spending time nourishing your relationship with yourself, learning how to have a supportive relationship with yourself will help to give you some relief, give you a foundation for feeling stronger. Thinking about connection on the level of other people, having relationships with other people that are not just automatic, kind of this is the way I've always done things, or transactional, like you want something, I want something, exchange, out of here. But really finding relationships in your life that have deeper meaning, deeper connection, and nourishing those. Next level, connecting with the larger rhythms of life. Some of us think about like connecting with nature. There's that feeling that if you go out in nature a lot, that you get that is just naturally very grounding and soothing. But there's also understanding the rhythms of life, of nature. Like in Ayurveda, we talk about this all of the time. Understanding the rhythm of the seasons, of the day, of your lifespan. And instead of working against it, which takes a lot of energy and increases the potential for anxiety, learning how to actually sync with it so that we're not expending as much effort. An interesting example of this is like eating with the seasons. This is a basic concept from Ayurveda. And it's something that in some levels we do naturally, like when it is summertime, we eat more fresh veggies and fruits. In the wintertime, we eat more soups and pies and things that ground us. But like for me, I was always a healthy person. And so I ate like salads all year long and would really eat the same healthy things, no matter if it was spring, summer, or winter. And the thing is that in the wintertime, it's harder for us to digest things that are cold and hard, like those healthy salads. So learning to instead focus on like cooked vegetables versus the cold hard salad is a very small, fantastic example of how you can help your body, help yourself by sinking into a rhythm of nature. Then the last level that I want to talk about connection at is of the spirit. So, and for whatever definition that you have for spirituality, maybe it's nature, maybe it's God with a capital G, maybe it's gods and goddesses. Doesn't really matter. It's just the relationship that you have with something greater than yourself, like that little leaf on the big tree, knowing that it is part of something bigger. That and being able to lean into that as a source of support and having faith in it is incredibly powerful for helping to ease anxiety. I know for me, when I was going through my big like life crisis and trying to figure out what the heck I was doing with my life, and I left the past behind. I didn't have a plan for the future. That span of not knowing, I had to lean heavily on to an idea that I will be supported, that things will work out. And they did, right? It wasn't easy, but having that like to lean into helped me immensely. So this is a big topic, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. So thinking about anxiety and the heart and connection, what is one place in your own life that you see an opportunity for more connection? Is it with yourself, with others, with the rhythms of life, with spirituality? Think about that and what could happen if you prioritized that relationship, that connection. What could happen? How could that affect your life? All right, so that's it for today. Stay tuned tomorrow, where we are going to bring it all together and help you get started on your own anxiety reduction plan. This is going to be a really fun way to wrap things up. And know that anxiety, it can be healed. And this is something that I help people with. If you want to see what this could look like for yourself, just reach out to me. I am here on Facebook, email, anytime, here to help. All right, friends, take care. Have a great day. And I will see you tomorrow, same time. Bye.